Welcome to Classroom 2 Courtroom. Here's your host, Scott Benton.
Hey everyone, it's Scott Benton here. I am your host of the Classroom to Courtroom podcast. How are you? We are here talking mostly to law students or recent law school graduates, and we're showing you how to transition from that mind of a legal student to the mind of a professional attorney, which is the transition that you are probably in the process of making. And we want to remind you that the practice of law is fun and show you how to walk that particular path. Today, we're going to answer the question of how do I go from a level 1 attorney to a level 2 attorney? How do I go from a level 1 attorney to a level 2 attorney? And we're going to dig into that question and see if we can sort that out a little bit. But first, let's talk about what a level 1 attorney is, especially where it comes to litigation. Litigation is where we are focusing on this particular episode. And we want to define what a level 1 litigator looks like. And a level 1 litigation attorney is going to be someone who comes in and they do that sort of standard job. They do all of the trial prep. They show up with their exhibits. They deliver their opening statement. They have their required amount of, let's say, declarations, and they are going to process the case in the way that they understand that case needs to be processed. And they do a good job. I'm not knocking them. Level 1 is fine. Oftentimes, a level 1 litigation attorney will be a newer attorney, although that's not always the case. Sometimes attorneys, litigators, they go through their entire career in level 1 mode. And that's fine, but you do have the opportunity to jump up to level 2 as a litigation attorney, and what we're discussing on this podcast episode. So what exactly is a level 2 litigation attorney? Let's take a little bit of a closer look at that and see if we can move you from level 1 to level 2. Maybe you've been stuck in level 1 for a while now. Maybe you didn't know there was a level 2, but there is. And there is a path to reach level 2, but it is a completely different mindset. And between level 1 and level 2 is going to be a mindset adjustment, an important one that you're going to have to embark upon if you're going to reach that level 2 in your abilities as a litigation attorney. So let's take a look at level 1. Now, a level 1 litigation attorney, they're going to get maybe a couple declarations. They're going to say, okay, I got 2 or 3 of them. That's good. That's enough. But that's not what a level 2 litigation attorney is going to do. A litigation level 2 attorney is concerned with 10xing their output. They're going to 10 times the amount of output that a level 1 attorney is typically going to feel as satisfactory work. A level 2 litigation attorney is going to 10 times that amount. So there's a book, by the way, by a guy named Grant Cardone. It's called The 10X Rule. And if you don't know that book, you should look into it and pick it up and read it if you get a chance. But that's all about how to 10x your work productivity. It's that idea of working smarter, not harder. And so you want to figure out how to dramatically increase your work output. There's another book, by the way, by a guy named Tim Ferriss, who wrote a book several years ago called The 4-Hour Work Week. And that also was a discussion on work optimization and 10xing everything you do. And these ideas that are in these 2 books, the 10x Rule by Grant Cardone and the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, is going to really give you the software that you're going to need to produce an enormous amount of work and really reach up and grab on to that level 2 as a litigation attorney. Without doing the 10x rule, you really probably aren't going to make it. So if you're stuck in level 1, probably what's happening with you is you just haven't figured out how to 10x your output. But there are certainly ways to do it. Those 2 books are great places to start. But you want to begin to consider your own work optimization. So if you're at level 1 as a litigation attorney, instead of getting 2 or 3 declarations, a level 2 litigation attorney is going to get 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 declarations. They just keep going. They're going to do a kind of a layering as far as evidence goes. They're going to learn every single way that they can get evidence into a case. A level 2 litigation attorney is going to attend every single class and every single area of law that they're able to attend at the CLE classes, or usually you can attend those through your county bar association. There are other outside classes that will do that as well. And a level 2 attorney, litigation attorney, is going to go attend all of them. If you're a litigation 2 attorney, level 2, you're reading all of the books, all the nonfiction books about work optimization, about scheduling. You're learning how to write your time entries. You're learning, again, how to get evidence into a case. You're digging and digging. You're doing all the research. Not only that, but as a new attorney, an aspiring level 2 litigation attorney, maybe you're still in level 1 because you're brand new, but you want to do everything you can to get to that second level. Then you're talking to your senior attorney all the time, or senior attorneys who are in your firm, and you're trying to because these are people that have a wealth of experience, and there's no reason that you can't go talk to them about the issues that you're facing right now. Maybe you have an upcoming trial, you don't know what you need to do to prepare for that trial. There's always trial school you can go to. That's often done by your county bar association. That's like a one-day class that you're going to run out and sign up for, and you're going to go through trial school. That's something that a level 2 litigation attorney is going to do all day long. And that's something that a level 1 litigation attorney generally is not going to do. Now, becoming a level 2 litigation attorney means that you're reaching a place of rarefied air, because most people probably aren't going to get to that level, or a great majority of them, let's say. They're going to stay in the level 1 realm, and that's fine. And I'm sure they win a lot of cases, but you're going to see a big difference between a level 1 litigation attorney and a level 2 litigation attorney. And you're going to know it when you see it. And if you want an example of what a level 2 litigation attorney looks like, there's a 1992 film called My Cousin Vinny that you can go watch if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. There is the final courtroom scene at the end of the movie. Vinny, who's played by Joe Pesci, by the way, has had maybe 5 weeks of experience as an attorney, just passed the bar. I think he took it like 5 or 6 times before he finally passed. And he's been an attorney for 5 or 6 weeks. And his cousin, played by Ralph Macchio, and then Ralph Macchio's character's friend, have been arrested and accused of murder, a crime they did not commit. So Vinny, with 5 weeks of experience as an attorney and no experience as a trial attorney, has to go to Alabama to make sure to defend his cousin and his cousin's friend and make sure that they don't get convicted for murder, a murder they didn't commit. So in that final courtroom scene, you're going to see Vinny, who has now become a level 2 litigation attorney. He probably wouldn't even define it that way, that character, and no one else would necessarily define it that way. But compared to who he was when we first meet him in the first act of that movie, he's a dramatically different character. And he wasn't even a level 1 when we first meet him. He's dressed wrong. He doesn't know what to say in court. He has no idea. The judge keeps getting mad at him. And then finally, by the end of the movie, he is this level 2 litigation attorney. And his final sort of argument is a presentation of layer after layer of evidence that he's accumulated and put together. And that's what a level 2 litigation attorney would do. You don't just stop with enough evidence to prove your case. You can do that, but if something pivots in the case, now suddenly there are holes poked in your argument. So a level 2 litigation attorney is going to be like that Joe Pesci character who comes in and he just delivers this level and then that level and then another level. And by the time he's finished, there's no question in anybody's mind that Vinny's cousin, Ralph Macchio, and Ralph Macchio's friend are innocent, and the state ends up dropping all charges. And that's what a level 2 litigation attorney is going to look like. And that's what you should be striving for, to get to that kind of level, to get to that kind of height in your abilities to litigate as an attorney. So I hope this has been helpful information, and I hope it's answered the question of the differences between a level 1 attorney and a level 2 litigation attorney, and how you go from 1 to 2 hopefully that will inspire you to want to go for that bigger, sort of more difficult level as a litigation attorney. I know you can do it. I know it's in you. You just have to make that decision to go after it. My name is Scott Benton. I'm the host of the Classroom to Courtroom podcast. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Now, if you like this material and you want to get an alert every time we put out a new episode, you can go to our website. Our website is classroom2courtroom.com. That's classroom, the number 2, courtroom.com. You can leave us your contact information and you'll get an alert every time we put out a new episode. And if you do like this material, don't forget to share and subscribe. We hope you'll join us on our next episode of the Classroom to Courtroom podcast. We also hope that you'll join us in making the world a better place, one client at a time. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us on Classroom to Courtroom, the podcast designed to help launch your first-time legal career. If you have any feedback or ideas for episodes you'd like to hear, you can always find us at classroom2courtroom.com, where you can leave comments, ask questions, and even join our online community. And always remember, by becoming an excellent and confident practicing attorney, you actually make the world a better place. Now get out there and master the art of practicing law.